So somebody needs to blink first, right? But who's it going to be? I don't think it's going to be the president. Joining me right now, syndicated columnist Adriana Cohen and Democratic strategist Geoff Burgan. Good to see you both. Adriana, what do you make of all this? Adriana, what do you make of all this? Okay, I think
Great to be with you, Trish.
It's so good to see you. We may be having some audio trouble. I'm going to go over to Geoff. Geoff, what do you make of all this?
Now, the president's polls are down, the wall's unpopular, his administration's unpopular. I'd say he's losing this battle, and he's losing it decisively. He seems to be the only one that doesn't seem to get it. If you read the reports out there, his aides want him to cut a deal, yet he stays holed up in the White House passing out cheeseburgers instead of doing the work people elected him to do.
That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot.
Good meal, though.
I'm sorry? Good meal.
It's a good meal, though.
I agree with you. For all those people that don't like fast food, college kids love it, and I think we all wish we could still eat it. But that said, you heard him, Adriana. He's basically saying, you know, the president is basically holed up in the White House. I actually think it's kind of good to be, you know, staying at work, trying to get something done, while, you know, the Dems are off in Puerto Rico, and we don't need to see that picture of Senator Menendez right on the beach again. Would all like to forget it, actually, but that's where they were. They were in Puerto Rico, allegedly trying to get some kind of work done, while the president was trying to figure this out. So where do we go?
Yeah, you know, I see this as a huge lost opportunity for all the Latinos, the dreamers in the United States right now. They must be furious because Democrats are throwing them under the bus as we speak, because they could be cutting a deal with our president to get amnesty, or at least partial amnesty. But they're not even willing to negotiate. As you know, Trish, Nancy Pelosi wants to take off on a junket right now for 10 days. They are not willing to sit down and negotiate with the president. And the president has made very clear he's willing to negotiate. He's willing to cut a deal with Democrats. And it's just shocking that this is not taking place, because Chuck Schumer, during the Gang of Eight proposals that were floated, he was offering $25 billion for border security, including a wall, in exchange for amnesty. So this is something that Democrats wanted just a few years ago, but now no one's even discussing it. And so really who's getting thrown under the bus and getting severely shortchanged is the Latino dreamers. And I don't know why they haven't been more vocal speaking out about this.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe they're a little bit scared, right? And I understand that, but maybe their family members ought to get out there and speak about it, because Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the rest of them are not doing them any favors at all. Geoff, what do you think of all those pictures we keep showing? All those thousands of people that want to come here to the United States. Should we just let them in?
I'd say if it's such a serious crisis, the president should get back to the table, open up the government. When DHS is shut down, you're not fundamentally serious about a humanitarian crisis. Now, we can acknowledge that there are real problems with our immigration system, but what is happening right now is we're now on 27 days of a temper tantrum shutdown, in which we're not getting closer to a comprehensive solution.
It's a blame game. We're just going around in circles, and I think that's why Americans are so darn sick of it, truly. And you know what? I just played it. I'm not going to play it again, I promise. You have to wait till tomorrow night for that. But you have seen Democrat after Democrat after Democrat. They all wanted this wall. They all wanted better border security, and they're singing a different tune now. And it's because President Trump is in office. And Geoff, that's wrong. I'm leaving it there. Adriana, Geoff, thank you guys. Okay.